Forget all this music that you're going to find out about later on, but right now I'm going to speak to the founder of the World Cleanup Day, Rainer Novak, and he is joined by Margot Low. Welcome, guys.
Hi. Hello.
And we're going to be talking about the Citizen Operating System, which has been out for 2 years. It is an app, but they know more about it, so let's get right into it. So, Margot, what exactly is the Citizen Operating System?
Citizen Operating System is a tool that brings people together so that they can discuss things, they can decide things, and they can act on those things. It's basically like taking the movement of the Let's Do It world of the World Cleanup Day
like
and bringing it online.
Right now?
Like what's happening right now, like what's been happening all night in countries where people feel connected to each other, feel passionate about a goal, and they act on this to impact change in the world. That's what this is about.
Okay, and Rainer, how can it exactly be used just to be in function, apart from what we have right now, Let's Do It movement, but going further on, how can it be used?
We developed it because we felt that social networks are great for sharing stuff.
Yeah.
But we've also felt that all you can do there is sometimes is ventilate your anger or get into the debates.
Okay.
But you don't get into the constructive outcomes and get things really done in there. So we felt that it needs kind of a different approach to the social network. And this is what Citizen OS is. This is a tool for communities to get things done without any outside help. They can get organized.
So then this tool is going to bring together the citizens as well as governments to make sure that you keep it clean, keep it moving. Is that what it is, basically?
It brings together interested people who want to make things better. This is what it's for.
And what if people don't, how can you convince people to use it? What if people are like, why do I have to go and get this app? Why can't I just stay on Twitter?
But it's not about the app, it's about the movement and the platform together, or the movement and the app together. The technology alone doesn't do, like this camera alone or these wires alone wouldn't have been enough to make this great show happen. It took Colm and you to make it happen. So it's the app alone doesn't do anything. It's the app together with the movement of people that is making the World Cleanup Day happen. That is, if you've ever been to the Clean World Conference, then Citizen OS is like Clean World Conference 365 days a year. The people with a mission, people with a motivation, sharing their best stories, asking each other questions, getting those questions answered, and then acting upon it.
Yeah.
Twitter is, Twitter versus Citizen OS is like
giving them just a half a slice or something of that sort. It's not the whole loaf of bread, to put it that way.
Yeah,
is that what it is?
Yeah, it's like Citizen OS is a sort of a grassroots movement, you can compare it to I don't know, like a multinational garbage corporation. Like they're doing the same thing, but it's a totally different way of approaching it. So.
You know, we keep talking about this app, and I'm sure people at home are thinking, okay, they're just trying to visualize it. So maybe we can help them out and we can actually show them what it is all about. So here we are. Okay, you do it. You're the technology person.
Yeah. So this is just the opening page, but basically what we're going to be sending out to people tomorrow is something like this. So this is the Keep It Clean plan. People always have the now what question. So they complete the cleanup, and then they ask, so now what?
Yeah, that's true.
And this is the now what. This is something that people in the movement have been working for a long time. So this is a way to keep it clean so that you don't have to keep doing the cleanups for 100 years in a row.
Yeah.
Exactly. So here you can sort of go in to any of these different topics, and you can look at what's been done by people who've been thinking hard about how to keep the world clean and how to keep the countries clean. And then you can ask these people questions. You can sort of have a discussion here about this.
And say where you think it's not working and how you disagree.
Or bringing good examples of how this works in your country or how this works in your community. It doesn't have to be on a national level, it can be on a community level.
So it's very community-based.
It's very much community-based. And then once you've done this for some time, in case of the Keep It Clean plan, it's up until the January conference.
Yeah.
Then you can make a decision, as in you can either vote on things or you can decide of like okay, is Keep It Clean plan at a stage where we can say that this is something we want to implement on the planet globally? So, and then once you've done that, you can then start following up how you're doing, like how different countries are doing, putting this plan into practice. So it's not just about discussion. You know, let's do it movement has never been just about discussion. It's about making things happen. Yeah, exactly.
Right. Now, and it's also good when you live in a developed country and you have all the technology at your disposal. So what about in developing countries, Rhino, where they don't have the internet? Don't they feel a bit excluded?
I think it's you might be right here. We're trying our best to do it, but I believe with the phone apps, you can still do quite a bit in developing countries as well. The thing is, this would be the least costly technology to run communities where you can structurally affect change. I mean, it used to be like around the fireplace, you know.
Yeah.
1,000 years ago, everybody gathered and they made their speeches, and the elders decided, okay, we're going to go this way.
Okay.
So this is the tool. And this is the cheapest way to do it. So I think we will lower this level, you know, for millions of people, because
now this tool has been out for 2 years, right?
Yeah, it's been used
quietly developing.
Okay. And what did you identify in these 2 years about what you guys need to change? How did you use it? Just to give me a quick example.
Well, one of the things that it was used for in Estonia was that people saw that there's not enough being done for people to age in a dignified way, for the elderly to have a better life in Estonia. So the app was used for people, citizens all across Estonia, to come up with ideas of how can we make Estonia a better country for elderly people. And a number of different ideas were proposed, and then some of these ideas were collectively selected, developed, and then decided upon. And now some of these ideas are being put into practice, and some already have been put into practice. But to give you a different example, because you asked about the developing world, we have a great guy, Thomas from Lagos in Nigeria, who's he sees the environmental issues, same kinds of issues that are in the Keep It Clean plan, but he's going to launch in October, based on the same app, at first for Lagos only, a way for people there to notice environmental problems, then propose ideas how to change them, and then actually to decide and change them. So, and that's a lot, like Reinhard said, it's a lot phone-based. It doesn't require very sort of high technology. It requires motivated people and a little bit of help.
Well, we can stand here and talk about the citizen operating system for the rest of the day, but unfortunately we have to check out what everybody else is doing in the world. But thank you so much, guys, for coming through and making it a little clearer for people at home who aren't sure about it. But I'm sure right now everyone is going to decide to go for it. So thank you for all your hard work.